This is our first time meeting.
Yep.
9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. But why don't you tell everybody how we came in touch?
I think it was Facebook or whatnot.
Probably, yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
you had posted something about doing a sewer inspection, and you were, I think, in the body of the description. Oh, I do the best I can. I like to help the clients out, even give them the depth and all that jazz of the sewer system.
Yeah.
And my response to you was, you know what? It sounds great, but you might not want to give the depths out. So,
Right. That was interesting. And the reason for that is because you're a home inspector and you're also a sewer inspector.
Correct.
And what's the name of your company?
Sunrise Inspection Services, and a subsidiary of that is Orange County Sewer Inspections.
And where you mainly work out of?
South Orange County, North Orange County. So
Okay.
I live in the Fountain Valley and basically go as far north. Well, a couple of weeks ago I was here in Hollywood, but
Right.
Don't like to go too far past.
You didn't wave at me when you went by. You said
I did it twice.
You said Hollywood or North Hollywood?
North Hollywood.
Yeah, that's right next door.
Yeah. And then as far south as Carlsbad and Oceanside and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Sometimes I go out of my, like 2 weeks ago, I went to Lake Arrowhead.
Mm-hmm.
Only because it was a realtor that I know really well, who's I've been working with for 5-6 years, and he goes, "Hey, I'm buying a log cabin. Do you mind driving out there?" I'm like,
Arrowhead's the furthest up the mountain I'll go. I've gone to Big Bear a couple times, and it just the extra 30 miles of the windy road just drives me nuts.
Yeah, it's just a long drive. But at the end of the day, everywhere I go, excuse me, everywhere I go is an hour. So it's like, if I have to get out in North Hollywood, it'll probably take me an hour. You never know.
Yeah, well, we were in North Hollywood last weekend, and 2 hours and 27 minutes to get home.
Oof.
And that was Saturday.
Just hanging out?
No, we were doing a re-inspection on 2 4 units.
Oh, gotcha.
So, not my favorite thing to do. So
yeah, I got a call yesterday for 17 units.
Mm-hmm.
I said, not interested.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
Too much work.
It is, but it isn't. It's rewarding.
I by myself?
No.
Didn't want to touch it.
You always have somebody come with you. Anything?
I don't have anybody like that right now. So
really?
No, I don't have a close confidant that's going to use the same type of software I use that can actually do it right. Mm-hmm. And I've had other guys come on before, and they would use a different software, and then it was kind of last minute, so I didn't have a chance to prepare to get them on my software, and it was just I had to do a lot of extra work.
Yeah, there's other ways we do. Yeah. There's a group of about 4 of us, and we do anywhere from inspection wise, we do probably one a month that's 8,000 square foot or above.
Right.
The most we've done is 150 units. So I either call him or he either calls me, go back and forth. But
how do you handle that? I'm just curious. How do you handle 150 units?
That one there, particular, the company he was doing the work for, we did every single unit.
Wow.
So I go in, each one of us goes in with a specific job. I did all the mechanical.
Sure.
And the sub panels, and then one guy goes in and does all the windows and the doors, and one guy goes in and does the
smart.
So, and the person I work with, Sam, he is very methodical. He comes up with what he calls sheets. So everything, he can't read my writing, but hey, it's on there, it's down. So it gets inspected and handed to him.
Oh, so you're just handwriting it?
Yeah, and then what we do afterwards is we put it all together. So on the bigger homes, he carries a computer. So what on like a 15,000 square foot house, him and I will do the outside of the house
right
together, do the pool and the spa together, the main panel, and then after that he'll start upstairs doing the interior,
right,
and then I'll go back and do all the HVAC and everything from there. So, and he enters it in the computer as we're doing it. So
okay, so someone's doing the admin work.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, ultimately, in a situation, that's a good protocol that you guys are using there. However, having a software that you all can tag into and just ding, 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 it's done when you leave.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Well, it is on his end. It is on me when I do it. I'm doing it on paper.
Right.
So it's much quicker for me. And we've been doing it that way for 15 years.
Yeah, before software.
Yeah. No. I had software. I started out at a 3D version 5.0, and now I'm a version 12, something like that.
I gotcha.
So.
Yeah, I use Spectora software. And to me, it's like the Cadillac of software. It's just really helpful and really streamlined. So I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, that's a great lead-in right there. What'd you say? How many units you said that was again?
100. I think it was 147.
And how many hours did it take you, or days?
We were there. There's 3 of us there. I think 2 days.
Right.
So we get it down. We get it. It's not blow and go, but it's definitely going in and doing a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. At the end of the day, you're like, ugh. But it's also, there's times where you wish you did it, and there's times you wish you didn't. So
I've had too many times where I wish I didn't.
Yeah, but the thing is,
when I get into it, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a nightmare. And the most annoying part of it is the people hiring you have no fucking clue as to the length of time this takes. And they just have this unrealistic expectation. Oh, yeah, what's going to take you? Half a day? I'm like, half a day?
Yeah.
There's 15 units here.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm doing? They really don't understand what we have to look at. You know, electrical, there's a sub panel in each unit. You know, each unit has its own mechanical, HVAC. There's so much to do in there.
Yeah, and but some clients do know. And
most don't.
The savvy ones do. The ones that I stay away from is when they call and they say, we want to do a sampling. That one's a little bit difficult. I'll do sampling with the sewer inspections.
What do you mean sampling?
Where they only want you to do every other unit, or, you know,
right.
They want you to skip this one or skip that one.
Right.
I have a company that I do sewer inspections for, and their average is 320 units, 350 units.
Right.
And they want sampling. They want every third sewer line done. And I always try to talk them out of it, and they're like, "No, we don't want to pay for every one of them. We want to pay for, you know."
It's like looking at one side of the wall without looking at the other side of the wall. Yeah. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm right there with you, because to me, if we're trying to be thorough and give an honest, assessment of the property, we got to look at everything.
Yeah,
it's all connected somehow.
Yep.
And so I kind of stray from that too. Oh, can you do a better price and just do less? No. Well, ma'am, why do you want me to come if you just don't want me to look at everything? I mean, what's the point? Save you money.
Yep.
And just wait for this shit to start happening, and then you can just call plumbers.
Yeah.
Or call whatever you got to call.
I've also found that the older I get, I'm a better helper than I am a...
Yeah.
Because I'll call Sam and say, hey, you want this one? No. He goes, I'll help you, But we pay each other, we average $100 an hour. So I pay him $100 an hour. He pays me $100 an hour. So...
Cool.
Sometimes it's like, hey, it's nice to go out and make $4,000 in a day. Sometimes it's nice to go out and make $800 and be done with it and drive home and hang it up.
Yeah. Well, hey, now that we know each other, if a big job like that comes up, maybe I'll hit you up and say,
hey,
happy
to help you.
You want to come up and do something together? And because I need somebody, that's still into it, still sharp. I had a couple people in the past help me out with stuff, and it was more of a worry than anything.
Some of them can be. Some of them can be.
So, main reason why I invited you today was to go over sewer lines. And there's a lot of reasons for that. First of all, I want to thank you for the tips. You gave me some good tips over the phone on some great tools. And I did listen. I'm a good listener. And I did purchase the tools. And it has made life quite a bit simpler since I got those, because I had a couple situations where without them, I would not have got the caps off.
Yep.
There's no way. And using the rigid impact gun, I used that for the first time the other day because I didn't need it until the other day. And I wasn't aware of how much torque that thing had.
Yeah.
And so...
Break the cap?
The cap was half broken already. So I had to be real careful already. These were caps that were flush with the driveway. There were several of them.
Yep.
So it was a really big house, and there were female caps. So I'm like, okay, and one of them was brass. Somebody put a brass one on the ABS pipe.
Yeah, you got to watch those. The tool set that I told you about, sometimes it doesn't quite fit in the brass, and there's the bigger one is too long. And the smaller one is just, you look at it and you're going like,
I'm going to hit that guy up and ask him to make a better one.
Yeah.
Because these female fittings for that bit, it definitely did not fit right. It was too much play in there, and that's why it probably got damaged.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send him a cap, and I'm gonna send him the bit and say, this is square peg round hole. We need to tighten this up. I'm sure he can make a better version of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quite sure. So I'm going to send that to him just for the hell of it. And I'm going to say, hey, here's a short little video about your product that works great. He'll be happy to hear that. So, yeah, those tools were great. And like I said, I was working on a brass cap, and I started using it, and it started loosening up great. And then all of a sudden it started shaking it, and the brass split right down the middle. I was like, damn, but I carry extras on the van. So.
Oh, you carry extra brass?
No, I carry extra plastic.
Oh, yeah. The brass ones are about $30 a piece.
Yeah, no, I'm not replacing that.
Yeah.
I don't know who put that. That was no need to put that there. So,
and then they tighten them down to like 4,000 pounds of torque. And which they don't
it's
need to.
ridiculous. It's like the ABS plastic clean out sticking up out of the ground, and they clamp on the rubber. What are you clamping the rubber on for? You want it to spill outside.
Yep.
It's I just loosen them up and I leave them loose, and I just leave the clamp there. It's because you don't even need that. Why don't I need that there? Why? Because it's pointing up at the sky.
Yep.
And if it backs up, you want it to drain here, not in your house.
Exactly.
That's the point of it. So, so this particular house that I used that impact wrench on, this house was about 6,000 square feet. So I anticipated at least 2 to 3 cleanouts I would have had to go in to get out to the street, because it was a sprawling property, And as soon as I go in, I'll probably in there 15 feet, and I'm hitting water. I'm like, nah, this ain't good. So I keep pushing. Maybe just a little belly in one area. So I keep pushing. 60 feet, still underwater. So I pull my locator, go find it. It's just across the driveway. I'm like, oh, shit, now we're turning right. Push past that point, another 10, 20 feet, still underwater. Comes out of water for about 2 feet, goes back underwater. Most of the pipe was flat or slanted backwards, sloped backwards. It was completely full. There was no blockage.
Yeah,
I made it all the way out.
This is the way it is sometimes. My average is 88 to 92% have problems.
Yep.
So, whether it's an offset or bellies, the fun ones are the bellies in the cast iron where you can't see.
Right.
You go 4 inches forward, pull it to 2 inches back, 4 inches forward, pull it 2 inches back, because you don't want it to fall in a hole. If it falls in a hole, then you're going to start digging.
Yeah.
Not going to get it back.
Right. And you mean like a break in the pipe?
Yeah. But I have a friend of mine who works for the city of Brea, and he says, well, he always tells me, Chuck, he goes, if it's holding water, he goes, there's not a hole in it. And I said, yeah, but if it's holding water, I've seen plenty of them where the hole is just full. But there's plumbers that say that there's ways you can get around it. You can drop a bunch of marbles down there, and the marbles will fill in the hole, and then you can skate across the top of it.
You mean now I got to go buy marbles?
You know what? I'm not going to, because I'll push the camera right up to the hole, look at the picture of the hole, going like, yeah, there's a cavern there. I'm not going to get my camera stuck in there. But if you absolutely have to go past it, you throw a bunch of marbles down there, the marbles will fill in the hole, and the camera will skate right across the top of it.
Interesting.
But just don't tell anybody.
Yeah. No, I'm not telling anybody. I won't post this on Facebook either.